born native. Sign your cares away, be creative. Learn to live and play.
Hello and welcome back to Talks with Kermit. Today's guest is the leading villain of the movie War of the Overworlds, and his name is Mista. Hello, Mista.
Hello there. I'm ready.
So, you are here to promote the movie you are starring in, War of the Overworlds. Please tell me how the experience is going so far.
The experience has been great. A whole bunch of good people that I've met so far, and I think everybody's going to love this script. It is probably the best we've ever had.
Very interesting, very interesting. Now, I'm guessing the people at home would like to know more about your thoughts on the character, the Patriarch, who has appeared before in one of your MKE's previous projects. Please, could you tell me a little bit more on the character itself?
So, the Patriarch is just like, he's a guy, went through a lot of mental stuff. His life is pretty sad, and he finds out that he gets these powers, and he becomes really strong. And wow, it was really hard for me to really picture how to do him correctly, but I feel like I did it the way that it's meant to be, and I hope you guys like how I did on it too.
Could you tell me a little bit of your process of maybe a key factor of what you put of from yourself into the Patriarch?
Screaming. A lot of screaming.
Just screaming?
Yep, and a lot of emotion too.
Wow. Sounds very, very interesting. I wonder if I screamed, I'd be an interesting character too. Can I?
Well,
should I try it?
go for it.
Okay. Wait. How do I prepare myself for this? Could you give me any tips?
Yeah. So first, you just gotta mentally prepare yourself for the
Okay.
whooping that you're gonna get.
What?
So once,
Whooping?
yeah. So once you're perfectly fine with the fact that after this you're gonna get beat till you're purple, you just let it all out. You just take a deep breath,
Hmm.
realize you're gonna get beat, and then just ah!
Wow. Oh, okay. I think I got it. Okay. Was that okay?
That was great.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. That was a really good scream.
Oh, thank you very much. I think I'm gonna need a glass of water after that. But anyway, moving on to the next question. Have you ever owned a body pillow?
Yes, I have. I have
Ooh.
many. I have one right next to me as we speak.
Would you mind telling me what kind of character is on that body pillow?
Low punny. You don't want to see what the back of it looks like.
Oh, I don't think I do. Oh no.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on from that disturbing question, I have one last thing to ask you before we leave. If you punch yourself in the face and it hurts, are you weak or strong?
That's a really good question. And you have to think about that you gotta think about it really hard. If you punch yourself and you hurt, as long as you did as hard as you could with that punch, I think you're strong. But if you do some weak punch, I think you're just weak.
But what classifies, as weak or strong? Because no matter what, you are as strong as you think you are. So, and isn't strength always from the mind?
I think strength comes from the heart. And if you don't have a big enough heart for you to really give yourself a good punch in the face, then I just don't I don't think you're strong. I think you're weak.
Punch yourself.
Okay. Just gotta wind up a little, and then you punch. Right?
Again.
It was a good punch.
Again. Do it again.
Again? Okay, I'll punch myself again. You know, you just wind it up, and then you punch.
Again.
And then you wind it up, deep breath, punch.
Again.
You wind it up, deep breath, punch.
And again. Keep
You
doing
wind it up,
Keep
deep
doing
breath,
it.
and you punch.
Keep doing it. Take it up. Keep punching yourself. Keep punching yourself. Keep punching yourself.
You wind it up, deep breath, and you punch.
Join us next time for more talks with Kermit. And I guess I'll see you later. Bye.